Hey there, Pisces. How you doing this evening? My name is Sherilyn. I'm here to do your weekly reading. This one is going to be from Monday, August 18th through Thursday, August 21st. I will be back on Wednesday to do bonus readings, just like always, to get you through your weekend. So we're just going to pull cards and see what Spirit wants to talk about tonight. This one's for my Pisces. Okay. Let's see. This one's for Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Oops, we got to get all the cards. There we go. Alrighty, y'all. Let's see. What do we got? We're starting with Judgment. Okay. All right. Followed by Justice. Wow. Judgment and Justice. There you go. And then I've got the Empress. So 3 major arcana to open. This is your backstory or your recent past. What do I have here right now? We could be dealing with a Libra or possibly a Taurus, right? Maybe. What do we got here? That's your backstory. Currently, I have you with the 8 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and then I have the 10 of Swords. In the near future, we are looking at the Wheel of Fortune, the 4 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. Bottom of the deck for this one is actually the Page of Wands. Okay, so the undercurrent to this entire reading for Pisces has something to do with impulsivity. It has something to do with passion-driven actions, right? Something where maybe you fly by the seat of your pants or just go in a direction without thinking about how it's going to affect the people around you or how it could play out in the end, what the consequences could be for your actions is how I see this. That's the undercurrent here. Whether that's something that you did or somebody else did and you were affected, I don't know yet, but that's the undercurrent to the reading, okay? Then the card at the center of your reading, so from almost every direction it plays into the equation, is going to be the Ace of Wands. This leads me to believe that you quite possibly did something without really thinking out what the consequences could be for your actions, okay? That's how this looks. Okay. All right. Let's see. We'll see how they play in as we go. We're going to start with the recent past, where I have Judgment and Justice. And then the challenge, and the challenge position is the Empress. So Judgment was called on you, I'm guessing. Judgment was called on you and Justice was quickly brought in. So the scales were almost instantly balanced out on something that you had put a ton of energy and nurturing into. So whether this was a relationship, a job, a friendship, I don't know. But whatever it was, it's something that you had put basically everything into, okay? You were nurturing something to try to get it to fruition. But when Judgment was called and Justice was brought in swiftly, it jeopardized whatever this was that you were trying to nurture. So this feels like more than likely it was a relationship, right? So this was a relationship. But man, this thing turned on you in a heartbeat. So I don't know what you did. Let's just keep going, see how it plays in. This feels like instant justice, like, I don't know. Let's keep going. Okay, so what do we got in the current? In the current, I'm looking at the 8 of Wands, okay, Ace of Wands, and then the 10 of Swords. So some kind of unexpected communication came through to cause the judgment, meaning basically like somebody told, or I don't know, something like that. Somebody came in out of the blue that you didn't see coming. You didn't expect it to happen. But the judgment is attached to that whatever that communication was that came in out of the blue. Ace of Wands, I mean, the Justice was called on something that was very impulsive, something that happened very passionately or something along those lines, something very passion-driven, okay? And the person then felt as though they'd been betrayed. Actually, I feel like the person felt like they were betrayed by you, and you felt like you were betrayed by whoever brought forward this communication. So everybody felt betrayed at this point, okay? Okay, so I think I'm clear on that, what's happened that far. Okay, let's keep going. Like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be a relationship, I guess. It could be a job, right? But if it was a job, you did something that you shouldn't have done, but you did it and did not expect somebody to come rushing in and tell on you. So that's why, whatever, everybody felt betrayed by this, okay? But it's hard to not point fingers and know that this thing started because you did something you weren't supposed to, is how this looks. Okay, Keep going. Okay, what do we have in the near future? I have the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Wands, and in the challenge position, I have the Five of Cups. So justice was called over something passionate that happened with the higher level soulmate. That's what this looks like now. So this does look like a relationship of some sort. Judgment was called because of a communication that came in. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, this is like, it's kind of like, so whatever happened was terrible, we'll say. It was just terrible. But it was terrible on a scale from 1 to 50. It was terrible as a 28, we'll say, okay? It was terrible, but not that terrible. It's something that can be recovered from overall, okay? The Wheel of Fortune was spinning to allow that to happen or get that to happen sooner, because had it not happened when it did, it would have kept evolving, and so that then when you would have gotten judgment called on you, it would have been like a 98, right? It would have been way bigger problem and something that couldn't be recovered from as easily. Meaning, I don't think you're a bad person, you just got a little bit caught up, but that's why judgment was called and everything happened as quickly as it did, so that you could pay for something that was a little versus having to pay for something that would have evolved into something bigger. I guess that's how that feels. Like you got a slap on the wrist and a ticket, or you know, something minor versus you could have gotten put away to prison or something. I don't know, something along those lines. Okay, that's what the Wheel of Fortune is saying. So in reality, though it didn't feel like it did happen for you, not to you, that's what they're saying. Okay, behind the Page of Wands, I've got the Nine of Cups and then the Two of Pentacles. So it does look like you lost something when justice was called, okay? When judgment was called and justice was served, I feel like you did lose something that you felt like it was your wish fulfillment. But you never should have gambled with it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it could have been much worse than what you ended up had happening. Okay, what do we got here? Knight of Wands, King of Wands, the Tower. You see all these wands? These wands are all things that happen with impulse. You know what I'm saying? It's all like impulsive actions. It is all fiery, passionate, flying by the seat of your pants, not thinking about consequences. And you have the Page, the Knight, and the King, okay? And with the Tower, that's what happened. A tower fell. You know, no matter how sturdy you have something built, if you keep taking pot shots at the foundation, eventually you're going to make it come down, which is what looks like happened here. And what can you do at that point? You can pick yourself up, take accountability, apologize if you need to apologize, dust yourself off, and move forward. That's all you can do. I just said this to somebody else. Somebody else had a reading similar. It's like you can't go backwards and change it. Whatever's happened, happened. Okay, you can't fix that past that. Okay, let's see. The High Priestess, there's a ton of secrecy here. It could have been a third-party situation, or there was a third energy involved. With the Three of Cups to the High Priestess, Four of Swords, you need time to heal now. You just need to heal, okay? Like I said, if you need to apologize, apologize. You need to take accountability, and then dust yourself off and try to heal and move forward. That's all you can do, okay? And that's that. What's done is done. Okay, Monday, you have the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. This definitely disrupted something that you felt like was a sense of home to you. You have lost something at this point that at one time was like a sense of home. Tuesday, I have the Magician and the Ten of Cups. You're manifesting your Ten of Cups. If you're trying to manifest backwards, I don't know how much success you'll have, but you're more than willing to, you know, more than able to try. I think what Spirit's trying to get you to do is to heal and recover and then try to move forward. But either way, Wednesday, you have the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is the other person involved. Their dissatisfaction is causing them to walk away, even if there's still emotion, which it looks like there is. But there's something here that they just can't really reconcile. They can't get past, it looks like. For now, anyways, okay? And Thursday, I have the Six of Cups and the Two of Swords. It's leaving you in this severe case of indecision when it comes to something you have a ton of history with. You want clarity on whether or not you can try to go backwards or whether or not you have to move forward. I would say for now you have to heal. Once you're healed, then you can see about which way you want to go. Three more cards. I have the Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Seven of Pentacles is what I just told you. You're trying to decide whether or not you can reconcile this. Can you fix it? Is there a chance? You know, Ten of Pentacles, this is what you once thought was your Ten of Pentacles. And what brought it crumbling down, it looks like, was the Ace of Swords, some kind of truth. There you go. Fire and passion. Passion can be the greatest thing in the world. It can also be everybody's downfall if it gets too hot, right? Too much. Anyways, there you go. No matter what the cards say, go out and make it the best week you possibly can. That's what you got this week. Okay? All right, y'all. Thank you.